I'm David. And we're talking Big Brother. What week is it now? 9?
9.
Yes.
And we had Fessy as the HOH early in the week.
Right. Oh boy. So we're talking about Wednesdays and Thursdays episode, and then we'll get into spoilers, but we've got Scotty and Brett. Scotty and Brett on the block, and we're going into the veto competition.
So as we had spoiled, it was the hide and seek veto, and Brett wins it.
Yes.
So we see that play out on Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's also Zingbot, right?
Yes, which Zingbot was great.
Was he?
I love Zingbot every season. You didn't like it?
This year I was like, am I just getting too old for this, or do I not find this funny?
Oh, I just am a sucker for Zingbot. If I was in that house, I would be like, ah, Zingbot! I would be so excited.
I really didn't like Tyler's. I was like, is that the best you can come up with for Tyler?
Also, like, is that what people are talking about online, that has zits?
No, I mean, yes, he picks at himself all the time.
Okay.
I didn't even know if those were zits or not.
That.
Like, he picks at himself just like Haley chews her fingernails down. Like, I feel like there's so much more going on about Tyler that's what we came up with.
Yeah,
I don't know. I was annoyed by that one.
Yeah.
And then the one for Sam.
Loved it. She's crazy. All the house guests were like ducking for cover. Like, they were like, oh no, she's about to lose it.
I mean, she is crazy, but like, make something more specific. Like, she's always cleaning. Like, you're a crazy cleaning lady. I don't know. I just felt like that was... I'm not saying I'm the joke writer. I'm not writing the joke. I'm just saying be more specific than just effing
You're crazy. Yeah. Okay, I see your point.
I don't know. That's okay. All right. I'm glad you liked it, because I'm like,
Yeah. So we have this veto competition. Obviously, Brett wins. This is a huge blow for Scotty. Brett's strategy works perfectly. He throws every mattress in the house over that thing.
I loved watching.
But I was surprised to see that Fessy almost got his veto. First thing, he was feeling around in all those pillows, and you just watch him feel the pillow with the veto in it, and he just squeezes the edge of it, and you're like, you felt through every other pillow so much more thoroughly except for that one. What happened?
I honestly thought, because at first, like, you throw a couple mattresses over it, I'm like, oh, that's smart. But then when 17 mattresses are on top of it, I thought, that's so obvious.
Yeah.
I would definitely be going under those mattresses, right?
I would think so too. Like, there's this huge roadblock here. I'm gonna try to uncover what's underneath.
Yeah.
I feel like I've never seen someone take the milk and pour it all over the floor in the orange juice and just actively try to sabotage the other people who are searching for
they knock
vetoes.
stuff down and throw things, you know, like, who was it that did the cereal all over the place? But like, no. Scotty took a jug of milk into a whole other room. It's not like he just dumped it in the kitchen. He purposely was like, let me make it slippery around my veto.
Yeah, the bathroom.
Which is a good idea.
Yeah.
I would be doing it.
I can't imagine how long it took to clean up that house.
Well, now I understand why Scotty immediately after that competition went into the bathroom and started cleaning the floor. He cleaned up a lot, and now I understand why, because he made all of that mess.
His fault, yeah. And we did see a little bit of the Sam, like, fire behind her eyes of like, I cannot believe this happened to the house. And she was like, these are a bunch of spoiled, rotten little bitches and all that stuff. I was like, whoa. Okay, Sam. Zingbot was right. You are crazy.
She gets worked up about very specific things.
Yes, right. Of course, you know, Brett is going to take himself off the block. Everyone knows it. So people are already in game mode, like, right? How are we going to get Fessy to, you know, pick the replacement nominee that we want? And Sam has a plan that we talked about to put up Haley, and we see her pitch it in a way that only Sam can.
I just love Fessy's faces.
Yeah.
He's like,
what?
We also see the fallout and Haley finding out, and then Scotty feeling bad and saying we have to distance each other, all that stuff. But what I thought was interesting is that in the DR, Haley's very much upset and crying, saying, I've always had Scotty's back. And I'm like, nah, sis, you haven't. You said put him on the block to Fessy. He's on the block. And you're very much a part of that. So, like,
you went in there with JC.
I get in the moment, it's sad. Someone threw you under the bus, called you Caitlyn 2.0. I don't want to be called Caitlyn 2.0. I get that sad.
Yeah.
But don't try to sit there and say you've always had his back, because that ain't the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. So we see the veto ceremony actually take place on Thursday. Usually it takes place at the end of Wednesday's episode, but I guess there was so much gameplay or something.
So much.
So we see a lot of this like Scotty and Haley drama happening at the beginning of Thursday's episode. Then we see the veto ceremony. Brett takes himself down, and then Scotty gives a speech that he's just like grasping at straws here. He is doing whatever he can, which is like a good Big Brother strategy, but he just goes down in flames, right? Because he's just like grasping for any rock he can hold on to on his way down.
Well, he thought that Sam pitching to Fessy that Haley should go, that Sam clearly made herself a target. And honestly, I agree. If I were Haley and my boyfriend in the house was pitched to put me up, I would want that person out.
Yeah.
She is the biggest target to Haley, and I was kind of annoyed that he didn't go for Sam, but I also understand that he was trying to get Scotty out, so putting up another target is confusing.
Yeah.
But anyway, I understand why Scotty tried to throw Sam under the bus.
Right.
Because he thought she should go up and be the target.
Right.
But hello, Scotty, you're the target.
Yeah, exactly. Fessy's like, well, Scotty, sorry, you're the one I want out of the house, so I'm not going to put somebody else up that could get voted out over you, so Casey, you're a pawn.
Yeah.
So then we end up with
Casey. And Casey knew that she had already agreed.
She was prepared.
All that was fine.
I mean, it's, you know, never easy to be on the block, but I think in this case, she's kind of comfortable that she's not going home.
Yeah.
And sure enough, when we do the eviction ceremony, it's the first unanimous vote of the season. Scotty apologizes in his speech.
Like, I'm bummed that Scotty's going.
Yeah.
And now he uses his time to apologize for being immature. I mean, oh my gosh. He's adorable.
Yeah.
He's really funny. And they gave JC an edit this year that made him look funny, but Scotty was the funny one. He didn't get enough of his one-liners on the show.
Yeah.
But he is full of them, and I will miss them.
Yeah, he had a very awkward, very Scotty interview with Julie on the way out the house. And, you know, he just sort of has Fessy to thank for this fate and Fessy's stupidity, which he sort of obviously Julie couldn't, you know, reveal anything to him, but he was like, either Fessy is a moron, or he's like a genius and I'll never understand this move, and it's just totally like on another level of gameplay.
Right.
So you got it.
Guess what?
It's the first one.
The first one.
Yeah.
Okay. So we see him go, sad, sad, sad. But then we find out that next week...
Battle back.
Jury battle back.
Which I have been wondering if this is going to happen, because it's happened for so many years.
And we know that the numbers are off because of Caitlyn.
Yeah, because they wanted Caitlyn to stay.
She's supposed to be in the house.
Yeah, right.
Or Sam. Someone was supposed to be in the house.
Yes,
extra,
right.
That is not in the house. So it makes sense that we would have this buyback before we have a double eviction.
Yes.
So that's next week.
Right.
Which means it'll be Bailey, Rockstar, Scotty, and someone else from Falte.
Yeah.
Next week. Battling to get back into this house.
I'm hoping to see Scotty battle back, regardless of who gets evicted this week. I want to see Scotty back in that house, because I think he's a good game player, and I think he could potentially maneuver and maybe make some new alliances or relationships. Who knows? I mean, level 6 is rock solid, but I think it would be fun to see Scotty back in there.
Can we go to spoilers?
Spoilers, yes.
Spoilers.
We started to see the HOH competition at the end of Thursday's episode.
It's that rolly one, and you gotta get it into that one little spot, but this year it had
like obstacles, like
obstacles.
bumping out, and
like almost putt-putt obstacles that swing through and stuff like that.
Yes.
So it looks like it might be a little bit harder.
Right.
But it's also a difficult competition to control who wins. Because it's not like the one who stands on the tree the longest is gonna win.
Right.
Someone can just get it or not, you know?
Right.
On the level 6 side, in preparation, there was a lot of talk of who should take this HOH, because there are plenty of people who don't want it.
Yes.
JC doesn't want it. Tyler doesn't want it.
Yeah.
Angela doesn't want it. It was time for Brett or Casey to win.
And how great would that be? Because we've already had a different HOH every single week, and neither Brett nor Casey has won it yet. So it would be great to see one of them step into power and see what they're going to do with the house.
That is not what happened.
No, Angela won. Nobody got the perfect shot, but apparently Angela got 39 points and Tyler got 38 points, and then Sam, I think, got 35 points. It ended up being kind of close, but Angela is our first repeat HOH this season.
So Angela is HOH, which means, first off, Tyler ain't using that power app.
And
this was his last week. He will go down never having to use it.
Right in his back pocket.
No one even knows he had it.
Yeah, no one will know until finale night.
Exactly, when he announces it.
Yes.
She's like in kind of a pickle.
Yeah, she's a little miffed because she's thinking, why do I have to get all the blood on my hands? Brett and Casey need to step up.
Luckily, she's a stone cold-hearted
biatch.
And at the end of the day, she's willing to take all of this blood.
Right. But she's sort of thinking, we just made this deal with Fessy and Haley. Can I really put them up? Like, I understand that we want to target them, but like, maybe I should just target Sam this week and get Sam out, and then we can keep this deal with Fessy and Haley for one more week.
Or at least put Sam up there.
Yeah.
It could be Sam and Haley, and then like, if we backdoor Fessy, like it doesn't look so obvious.
Right.
Something like that. But the rest of level 6 is like,
you can't do that.
You can't do that.
Because if Fessy plays veto and wins, he takes Haley down, and then we don't get either of them out.
Yeah. So even though everyone is pretty much okay with losing Sam, she could go this week, they have to get one of Fessy or Haley out. Those are just the last two of Falte Hive.
Yeah.
They have to do it. So Angela would have preferred not to be the one to do it this week, since they just made that little deal, her, Tyler, Fessy, and Haley.
Right.
But she played along with Fessy and Haley. Haley knew
exactly
that she was going to go up.
Immediately.
Fessy's like, what are you talking about? No, he doesn't think this is going to happen
He's
at
like,
all.
we just made a deal. And he's like, you are so naive. Like, I put Angela on the block. Clearly she's going to retaliate. Like, that's the least blood on her hands, you know?
Right. Fessy's trying to convince Haley that maybe she's not going up. What is she talking about? But never did they think both of them were going up.
Yeah.
Which is what's happening right now.
Yeah.
The nomination ceremony is happening right now, but the plan is to put Fessy and Haley up together because they can't risk one of them winning veto and taking the other one down.
Right.
We've talked about, out of the two of them, who's the target. Do you keep Fessy in the house? Do you keep Haley in the house? They both have strengths and weaknesses on, you know, why you would want to get rid of them or keep them.
Absolutely.
Obviously, JC has put a lot of work into Fessy being his number 2.
So you would think JC's going to do a lot of campaigning to keep Fessy.
Right, and make Haley the target.
Yeah.
But the talks today were interesting because, well, first off, Fessy in his talk with Angela did say she should put JC up as a pawn. So they made sure that news got back to JC. And JC's like,
no way.
No. He's got to go.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to stick.
Right.
Or if there can be some sort of manipulation and convincing that Haley's really the one to go. Because she is smarter than Fessy.
Sure.
So you can keep Fessy around because you can control him.
You can control him and he can help you win comps. And then, you know, like a lot of people have been talking about how Fessy's sort of this like pinch hitter for JC. Like he can win the comp, but then JC's making the decisions. So JC may end up deciding, like, maybe it was Haley who told Fessy that, you know, I needed to go up as a pawn, so I just need to get rid of Haley. And then I have unrivaled control over Fessy and his decision making.
If they keep Haley, anybody can kind of scoop her up.
Yes.
Because even though she has glimmers of being smart, she loses them very quickly, and she'll follow whoever. I mean, she'll literally be by herself, so she will go to Angela or whoever will take her in.
And
Brett.
And she could be very key in, you know, whatever happens when level 6 starts to break up, right? Because she's a number that people can use, so she could be pretty instrumental moving forward.
So I would say as of now, it seems like Fess is the target.
Yeah.
But who's to say? Who's to say who wins the veto? If both of them are on the block, I mean, there is a chance that Fessy wins and takes Haley down. I wouldn't put it past him.
Oh, absolutely.
That he doesn't take himself
He's the martyr
down.
and saves his girlfriend, and then he goes home. Regardless, if one of them wins veto and one of them comes down, regardless of who it is, the other one is going home. That's just the way the numbers are falling. Whoever the replacement nom is,
they'll put Sam up.
Yeah.
But they'll tell her she's a pawn.
Yes.
And they're taking out the other person, whoever it is.
Yeah.
Fessy or Haley. But one of them more than likely is leaving.
Yeah.
And then there's a battle back. Right. So you said you want Scotty back.
Yeah, I would like Scotty
I would love to have Scotty back. I also think Bailey, I mean, she's so smart.
That could be great.
If she came back in, it depends on who she pairs up with, what she could possibly do.
Yeah.
But if Fessy's evicted and then Scotty wins back in the house, then all of this jealousy and getting Scotty out was for nothing because Haley's in a house unsupervised with Brett and Scotty.
How perfect would that be?
I mean, I just kind of need to see it.
That just would be so good.
Just because he got someone out.
Yeah.
Out of jealousy.
Yep. He's just the perfect big brother karma.
I also have to say, after this first unanimous vote, Fessy just walked around going, smooth week.
Wow.
Best HOH.
I'm the best HOH.
I got Scotty out, guys. Unanimous vote. Literally, Angela was like, yeah, buddy, anytime you want us to vote out your number, let us know. I was like, yes, exactly.
Exactly. That's what happened. How do you not realize that? The thing that I would love to see Bailey back in the house too if she wins the battle back, but I don't think she has quite the opportunity that Scotty does to like last, because there's just so much bad blood with her and with Tyler and with Angela.
Right.
Scotty, I don't think really has any bad blood with those
Not
people.
Really.
He wasn't on their side of the house,
right.
But Fessy's the one who evicted him. He got evicted by his own ally.
Right.
So he could make some inroads there. Bailey, I just think that they're going to take her out again as soon as they can. Scotty, they might leave and say, well, they're bigger targets to get out for now.
It's always hard when you battle back. You're usually the next one to go, unless you can really prove yourself to be a number.
Yeah.
And Scotty is probably the only one who legitimately has worked with Tyler and Angela. They do have a little bit of a pass.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe Scotty could win his way back and then win HOH. And then he's guaranteed safety for at least another week, you know? Like, he has won HOH before, so it's possible.
Boy, this level 6 is just so loyal and so tight. And even with this game that they've played, which is really impressive to me, where they allow members to go out and infiltrate, usually that strikes such paranoia that it doesn't work.
Right.
But they were okay with Tyler playing both sides for a while.
And now Brett
is like straight up on the other side.
Right. And now Angela's involved in this final 4 deal with Fessy and Haley and Tyler.
I mean, the way that they are doing it just is really blowing my mind.
I know.
That they're not worried.
Right. They can send each other out, but they still know that this core 4 is in it to the end.
Yeah. To the point that like JC doesn't even know. JC has been trying to pitch working with Brett to Tyler for a couple weeks now.
Without knowing.
Like, he has no idea.
I've been working with him since week 1.
Yeah.
Like,
I love it.
It's so
amazing.
Good. Yeah, it's great.
Now, interestingly enough, on Thursday's episode, Tyler mentioned his preferable top 4. I guess even production knows he's going to be there, so we might as well get his input on this, right?
Yeah.
And he mentioned JC instead of Brett.
Okay.
Which is kind of what I was thinking would probably happen, but I didn't know that Tyler would prefer that.
Yeah.
You know, you think level 4 wants to stay intact.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he probably, at that point, once it's top 4, he's thinking Brett's super capable of winning competitions, JC not so much. So maybe I keep JC and then I, you know, have more of a chance to just call the shots and pick who's staying and whatever.
Maybe.
We shall see though.
Okay. I mean, I'm kind of happy that Fessy and Haley are on the block this week, only because they were just so blind and naive last week.
Especially Fessy, yes.
Did I just, I'm like, shows you right. But
yeah, right.
This is just handing the game basically to level 6.
I know. But I can't say they haven't earned it.
Exactly.
They've played a great game.
Exactly. Okay, you guys, what did you think about Fessy's reign? What do you think about Angela's new HOH and her nominees?
Let us know, and we'll see you guys next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.